Good morning, everyone. Blaze here. I am here with another video react. Miss Shanny has uploaded another video on gang stalking, so I thought we should all give it a good listen. So we're just going to jump right into the video.
Hi.
I'm going to pause Shannon right quick before she introduces herself. This video is on gang stalking. So for those of you who do not know what that is, it's essentially gang stalking is group stalking. What it says here is it's a set of persecutory beliefs in which those affected believe they are being followed, stalked, and harassed by a large number of people. The term is associated with the viral community formed by people who considered themselves targeted individuals, claiming their lives are disrupted from being stalked by organized groups intent on causing them harm. I'm going to say already this is false, Shanny. No one likes you that much.
My name is Shannon, and I've been gang stalked for over 10 years. When you've been gang stalked for so long, you start seeing patterns of things, of how people react, of how people talk.
How come she doesn't recognize her own patterns? Like, why are people like this in my comments? Why are people treating me this way? I'm just asking, Shan.
And honestly, I'm gonna do something kind to myself.
Aww, always thinking of herself. She puts herself first a lot. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm turning off the comments.
Aww, you don't want
to be kind to myself.
Reality?
Because this is an important message for people to hear. Eventually, when you go through gang stalking, as long as I do, and there's plenty of people who have gone through gang stalking over the years on the internet, you start seeing them start imploding on themselves. They start arguing amongst each other. They start ordering each other around. They are so focused, these gang stalkers, on always trying to point their finger out and say that person's the bad guy, that they don't realize their own faults.
Sweet girl, no one's pointing the finger at you and saying you're the bad guy. You're just airing all your dirty laundry on YouTube for everyone to see that you are, in fact, the bad guy.
They don't realize their own participation to their own gang stalking. They want to continue to feel innocent. They want to continue to feel like they didn't do anything wrong. But they did. And they know it deep down. That's why they project onto each other this behavior of you did wrong, you shouldn't have done that, you should have done this, you should have done that. Because their goal is ultimately gang stalkers control. Their goal ultimately is to take their target, dehumanize them, and
Shanny, you've been doing a great job of dehumanizing not just yourself, but Jason for years now. So, I mean, give yourself some credit where it's due.
Have them continue this cycle of oppression, this cycle of feeling down on themselves, so they can have a target, so they can go look at other people. Look how messy this person is, without these people knowing the reason why this person is such a mess is because of these gang stalkers. But see, gang stalker is a collection of victims. Some people are in the know. Some people aren't. Some people are deceived. on why they should go on an attack to one person, you know? And if you look at it, it's awfully cowardly of people to gain up all on one person. I mean, it's one person. And then you got thousands of people attacking.
Like, no offense, Shani, but no one would have anything to say about you, your man's, and or your personal life if you didn't, like, I mean, if you stop posting it all over the internet, which you can't seem to do to save your life. I'm just being real here. Like, you keep wanting to play victim, but yet you don't want to admit your shortcomings. There's no growing here for you. You keep projecting yourself as the victim. Sweetie, you are not a victim. You are the victimizer.
In one person, and they're saying that's a fair fight. It's not a fair fight at all. The correct wording of what they do is propaganda. These green stalkers, they cherry pick events of your life. Maybe a few events you're not proud of, you repented of, you moved on from, but they'll use this to continue to dehumanize you and cause others to brutalize you over and over.
I'm just going to stop her again. I'm just going to throw out the definition of propaganda so people understand. Because she's desperately misinformed. Propaganda is information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote a particular cause, doctrine, and or viewpoint. No one is doing that with you, Shannon. We're only basing our information off what you are putting out on the internet. Again, learn what these words actually mean before you go throwing them out there, because you're making yourself look silly.
But here's the fact. Since they enjoy this behavior so much, they start doing it to each other. This same brutal, dehumanizing behavior that they do. They will attack your status as a parent. They will attack your status as a worker. They will attack your status.
We did not need to attack your status as a parent. You showed your true colors on YouTube again and again and again.
As a human, they will deny everything you say, gaslight you for everything you are, make you into someone that you're not, because they don't want to admit to themselves they created their own monster and they are the true monster. But instead of looking deeply inside themselves to fix their demons, they project it onto others. People who feel like they are whole inside. People who found their connection with God and with the universe. They target those because they're jealous of what those people have gotten. You know,
Nope.
Being connected to the universe, being connected to God, being connected to a point where you see the evils of this world, but you will not turn into evil. That's a process that was earned.
Okay, I'm just gonna say she is evil. My grandma told me, I know I said this, and I'm gonna say it again, the warts on her face is her evil coming out.
Through trying to be good and all the bullshit the world hits at you all at once. It's earned to be an empath. That's something earned, given to us by our abusers. It's a blessing and a curse, empathy.
I know this girl's not trying to tell us she's no empath, because she's got to be the worst one I've ever met in my life, because her lack of empathy when it comes to her own children disgusts me. Her lack of empathy when even to Jason, when he's not around, the person who lost all of his money, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not a fucking victim here. He's just as stupid as she is. But at the end of the day, very hypocritical of you, Shannon.
Yeah, you can read rooms. But when the empath is like, no, 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 I ain't putting up with this bullshit, they get in trouble. But that's okay, because the empath can take the heat. Because the empath has taken way more heat than any narcissist ever could. See, narcissists, which gain stalkers are a collection of narcissists, by the way. Narcissists are pussies. That's why they come together to defeat one person, because they're pussies, they're cowards. They don't know how to speak for themselves. They definitely don't have the eloquence and capacity to speak for themselves.
What is eloquence? What is eloquence? Can someone in the chat let me know what that is? That sounds hilarious.
Because they're insecure.
Elegance, Shannon?
They're insecure people. But you as the empath, you are not insecure. You know who you are. And you know what your purpose on this earth is for. God put the empaths here to convict the ones who created them. Empathy is created by abuse and neglect. Well, it's a person.
Shannon are definitely not an empath.
At a very young age, seeing how evil and dark the world can be, but having enough tenacity and courage enough to say enough is enough. So empaths learn to give to the world. A lot of empaths get stuck in this dichotomy of being stuck with a bunch of narcissists. I know I did in my life, being surrounded by narcissists, arrogant people who don't have the capacity of knowing how another person feels. They can't empathize. And not only that, they can't empathize. They just don't want to. There's no need for them to look a little deeper than what they look at. But ultimately, the gang stalkers will start going after each other. But here's the thing. You have to do something. In order for the gang stalkers to start attacking each other, you have to do something. Go silent. Don't speak about them. Don't look at them. Don't engage them. Any argument they give to you, ignore, block, move on. And be very selective with your words when you're talking about gang stalking. Because, see, there comes a point after you're gang stalked, after you're completely to the point where I am not going to be destroyed by people anymore, where it starts to turn, where it starts to not hit you as much or as hard as it used to. Their attacks, their dumb, stupid attacks. One of their tactics is they like to repeat the same thing over and over and over again.
Oh, wow. It's almost like you do that, Shannon. But we'll see.
Question you over and over and over again. To prevent this stuff, I suggest you use the block button to protect yourself and to protect others from their own abuses, because you never know. They may look at a target in your audience. which I know they
You
do.
mean like Rev did?
They
Like
look for targets in my
Rev
own audience.
targeted?
People who they
Rev targeted someone in your audience, Shannon, but you didn't do anything. Is he part of the people like gang stalking you and trying to steal your little empath light that you think that you have? Just wondering.
seem weaker than them, so they can feel better about being shitty people. They think if they attack someone weak, they have power. But what if the empath said,
Is that why you went after your son, Shannon? Just wondering.
you never had power? You just had the illusion of power. And for some reason, my empath fell into that same illusion, but no more. The illusion is gone. The trick is dead. It's gone. There's no tricking me no more. There's no looking at me and looking at me as a target no more. They can't do it anymore. Because once they know they can't get to you, they'll start attacking each other. Because, yeah, both of them targeted you. But they don't know exactly how do I target them and have it effective. Unfortunately for the narcissists, they underestimated how resilient empaths are and how every attack that is meant to tear the empath down is actually forging them into the stronger version than they were before. You played a stupid game and you failed miserably.
You did, Shan.
Because the empath will always be stronger than the narcissist. I want my empaths to know that, to not fear them. The empath is mentally, spiritually stronger than the narcissist ever could be. Because they are so insecure, they need a whole group of people to attack one person. Peace and Maranatha.
And finally, this is over.